Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. I'll talk about, does your artificial intelligence have a gender? It does. And not surprisingly, it is the voice of white cis men. From all the discourses is collected information about the history of Earth. It speaks the language of white cis man. When will your artificial intelligence speak a feminist language that includes trans lives? How far are we? Try to understand my broken English, because that is how much you have contributed to my life. That is how much the world has reached out to me. So I speak in the language I know. I have learned with the great difficulty and that broken English I spoke today. Let me tell a story. A young person who was 19 years old was killed by her own mother because of her gender identity. This has happened in Tamil Nadu, Salem district. A 19-year-old trans person, her name is Akshita, who has enjoyed her life when she identified herself as a trans. Her mother denied her identity. She left from her home and she was stayed with a group of trans person in Banu. One day, she got a call from her mother. I'm ready to accept you. I'm ready to accept your identity. You should come and visit our house. So she had a dream. Her mother accepted her identity. So she was super happy when she got a call from her mother. So she went. So she visited her home and she enjoyed food and everything. She and her boyfriend, they both went to the temple. And after visited the temple, in that way, a group of goons, they stopped them and they attacked only the trans women. And that time also she didn't realize why this kind of attack has happened. So she was in the critical condition. Her mother, who's admitted her into the hospital, and in that hospital, after a few hours, she was died. She didn't even know her mother only arranged the goons to kill that young trans person. So we have so many stories like this. You want numbers? Last year, 2022, we lost our trans sisters and brothers, around 22 members from our community. And latest news, and we are in the 2023, we are not close to the 2 months, but within this 1.5 months, we lost 3 trans persons, our sisters and brothers. So, we recognize these deaths as an institutional murder, not suicide, but murders. Because of this all happened, transphobia. That is why these are murders, hate crimes, or not suicides. There are very few of these stories that will ever get your attention, because you will never get to hear about our happy story from our community. The media loves victimizing us. You want to see if you have shed enough blood. You want to know how violent was the crime. You want to see how pitiable our lives are. There is invisibilization of trans lives everywhere. You don't want to see us. All the space that you give us, in your jokes and swear words. This is why we are asking horizontal reservation. So in India, we are following two kinds of reservation. One is vertical and another one is horizontal. So when we talk about vertical reservation, as your caste base, MBC, SC, OBC, so these all the categories of reservation. It's a vertical reservation. So when we talk about horizontal reservation, like a woman, like a person with a disability, like a destitute widow, like a ex-serviceman, so these are the reservation under the horizontal reservation. So horizontal reservation demark the seats within the vertical category. This may blow your mind. You unsee everyday casteism. You don't even acknowledge reservations. But in my community, there are differences between upper caste trans and Dalit trans. We are facing double amount of oppression in the name of caste and gender within our own umbrella also. So we will occupy the space that has erased and forgotten us. That's why we need horizontal reservation. But do you want to know what we are capable of? Let me talk about Koya Publishing House. So Koya Publishing House, we recently started December 2022. By 2023, we came up with 3 trans authors, poets, books. We sold around 5,000 copies of our books. This was the first time we fought for our space in the book exhibition that had forgotten us, forgotten our literature in 46 years. So after 46 years, we got this opportunity. So we struggled a lot. So our problem is not an isolator. Our problem is our intersection. The intersection of class, caste, and gender. We cannot solve one forgoing the other. We want a permanent solution, not a temporary solution. Because you people are thinking, you will give a welfare measures for the trans people, but you are not ready to give a rights for the trans persons. Welfare measures is completely different and rights is completely different. So our rights, it's a reservation rights, education rights, employment rights, and participating in political rights. Here, we don't have. That is why we are fighting so many years. So I want to tell another thing. So here we are all, putting the badge. It shows your proud name and everything. But why don't we practice to show or to share our pronouns? Do you know what is pronoun? So you people are always forgetting to ask the pronoun. So if you have a badge, it should written your name. Under that, you should write your pronoun, because pronoun is more important for all the persons. So I have to tell another story. So in India, across the globe, every year we are celebrating November 20th, International Trans Day of Remembrance. In that day, we are remembering our brothers and sisters who lost their livelihood because of the social discrimination, because of the family discrimination. Because here we are facing untouchability within our family structure. Because our family members here, they throw out our community people. So we don't have any space to share our feelings. You people are having so much of privilege. That's why you should acknowledge your privilege. You are having so many privilege. You should share your privilege with us. And so this TDOR, last few years, we have a data. So many countries, we are losing our brothers, our young brothers and sisters. All the youths are below 30 trans persons are killed by cis community and committed suicide because of the social discrimination. So how do we protect this all kind of persons? Because we are also human of this country. So this earth, it's for all the people, not only the people who are having privilege. So we also have the rights to live in this world, in this earth. So why don't our community people only die? So we should. So how do we stop this kind of death? Break your silence. Because every time a violence is happening against cis community, we are also, give the solidarity to the cis people, and we are also give the solidarity to the people who are victim. But when same thing is happening against my community, you people always keeping silence. We are getting very, very few solidarity. So you don't even share your solidarity with us. So when you break your silence, so that is our original liberation will happen. That is the time our protection will happen. So here I have to finish my work. So there is no annihilation of patriarchy without annihilation of caste. There is no trans liberation without Dalit liberation. Thank you so much.